Think about the last time you left your front door unlocked. How long would it take for someone to notice and walk right in? In cybersecurity, the front door represents every vulnerability, misconfiguration, or unpatched system, and someone is always trying to find a way in. Hello, everyone. My name is Ayah Abdeldayem, and I'm currently a junior at the University of Kentucky studying computer science with a focus in cybersecurity. I work as a cybersecurity analyst assistant at UK Information Technology Services, ITS. I've also interned at Lexmark as a SOC analyst, a Security Operations Center. Earlier this year, I've earned my Certified in Cybersecurity ISC squared credential, giving me a globally recognized foundation in cybersecurity principles. Today, I'll guide you through my journey from classroom to real-world SecOps. Along the way, I'll highlight technical topics like automation, threat detection, and incident response, while exploring the strategic importance of governance, risk, and compliance, GRC. I'll also share lessons learned, technical examples, and actionable advice for those looking to explore the field. Outside of work and school, I'm passionate about mentoring others in STEM fields. I've been a mentor in the NALA program, guiding community college students as well as high school students towards cybersecurity and STEM careers. I've spoken at cybersecurity events such as UK CyberCon 2023, as well as UK CyberCon 2024, sharing my journey and insights into the field. One quote that I have is cybersecurity isn't a problem that will ever have a definite solution. It's an ongoing battle to stay ahead of emerging threats and protect what matters most. A quick story about how I got into cybersecurity. My journey into cybersecurity began unexpectedly. While debugging a coding project, I discovered a vulnerability that could allow someone to bypass authentication. Initially, I thought it was a simple bug, but as I explored it further, I realized the potential damage that it could have caused. That moment changed my perspective entirely. I became fascinated by how attackers exploit vulnerabilities and how defenders may prevent such attacks. It wasn't just about fixing flaws. It became about anticipating threats and building systems that could withstand them. Since then, I've secured coding principles, vulnerability analysis, and ethical hacking techniques. For example, I built a small web application and intentionally left some vulnerabilities to test penetration testing tools like OSApp and ZAP. This allowed me to see how attackers think and what tools they use, which ultimately improved my defensive skills. One of the most exciting aspects of this field is how it consistently evolves. New technologies bring new vulnerabilities, which means there's always something to learn and improve on. Whether it's analyzing ransomware trends, learning about quantum-resistant cryptography, or studying the latest phishing tactics, cybersecurity is a field that keeps you on your toes. To set the stage, here are the main objectives of today's talk. 1, share my cybersecurity journey from classroom learning to real-world applications. 2, discuss the technical skills that I've learned, including automation, threat detection, and incident response. 3, highlight lessons learned from my experiences at UK ITS as well as Lexmark. And 4, offer actionable advice for those pursuing a career in this dynamic, ever-evolving field. At UK ITS, I had the opportunity to tackle real-world cybersecurity challenges. One of my primary responsibilities is working with Splunk, a powerful platform for analyzing and visualizing log data. Imagine a university network with thousands of devices, laptops, phones, and IoT devices, all generating logs 24/7. Splunk allows us to sift through this massive data to detect potential threats and anomalies. For example, I developed dashboards that automate the monitoring of system activities. These dashboards flag suspicious activities, such as repeated failed login attempts that might indicate brute force attempts, strikes in network traffics that signal data exfiltration attempts, as well as logins from geographically distant locations within short time spans, which often suggests compromised accounts. One specific incident stands out. We noticed an account with multiple logins from both Kentucky and Europe within the same hour. This wasn't a case of trouble. It was a clear sign of account compromise. By quickly analyzing the log data and escalating the issue, we secured the account before any damage could occur. Another area I work in is governance, risk, and compliance, GRC. This involves evaluating third-party tools, such as vendor risk assessments, to ensure that they meet our security and compliance standards. For example, before a new software tool is deployed, I assess its security controls, data handling policies, and compliance with regulations like GDPR. This experience has taught me the importance of bridging technical defenses with organizational strategy, an aspect of cybersecurity that's just as critical as stopping attacks. At Lexmark, my internship gave me a deeper insight into the dynamic world of a cybersecurity security operations center, SOC. One of my main projects focused on automation. I specifically streamlined a have been pwned HIBP investigation. HIBP is a tool used to check whether an account's credentials has been exposed in a data breach. Previously, these investigations were done manually, which could take hours for large data sets. However, I developed a Python script that automated this process, reducing this time to just minutes. This project highlighted the importance of automation in cybersecurity. It frees up our time for analysts to focus on critical threats and reduces human error in repetitive tasks. Another key responsibility at Lexmark was live incident response. One memorable case involved a phishing campaign targeting executives. The attackers had crafted highly convincing emails with malicious links disguised as vendor contracts. By analyzing email headers, suspicious payloads, and URL patterns, we traced the source, blocked the threat, and educated employees on recognizing similar threats. Let's dive deeper into the technical backbone of cybersecurity. Threat detection. Using tools like Splunk, we analyze log data to detect patterns that might indicate a breach. For example, geographic inconsistencies in login attempts are a common red flag for account compromise. Scripting skills are a game changer in cybersecurity. At Lexmark, my Python script for HIBP investigation saved countless hours, showcasing how automation enhances efficiency and accuracy. 3, incident response. Handling incidents, like phishing campaigns, taught me the importance of structured protocols and teamwork to contain threats effectively. And lastly, policy and compliance. While not as flashy as incident response, understanding frameworks like NIST and GDPR ensures that organizations not only protect data, but also meet legal requirements. Let's expand on lessons learned. One of the main significant takeaways from my work has been the power of automation. When we automated the HIBP investigations at Lexmark, we freed up hours of manual work. But automation isn't just about saving time. It's about consistency and scale. Imagine checking manually 10,000 logs of entries for anomalies. The likelihood of missing something is very critical and high. By leveraging tools like Python and APIs, you ensure every log is analyzed without bias or fatigue. A tip for those entering cybersecurity is start learning scripting early. Python is an excellent choice because of its simplicity and extensive libraries for automation and data analysis. Begin with small projects like automating file organization, then scale up to tools like Splunk or API integrations. Lesson 2. Collaboration is key. In both SOC and GRC roles, collaboration was essential. For example, during a phishing incident at Lexmark, we had to work with HR, legal teams, and external vendors to assess the scope of the attack. It wasn't just about the technical expertise. Clear communication and teamwork determined how effectively we could resolve an issue. I've learned that being a great cybersecurity professional isn't just about knowing your tools. It's about being approachable, reliable, and able to articulate complex ideas into non-technical audiences. Lesson 3. Adaptability is non-negotiable. The only constant in cybersecurity is change. New threats emerge daily, and yesterday's best practice may be obsolete tomorrow. For instance, just a few years ago, Ransomware was primarily a concern for large enterprises. Today, it's a threat to small businesses, schools, and even individuals. To stay ahead, I regularly follow cybersecurity news, attend webinars, and test emerging tools like AI-based threat detection platforms. It's a great practice for anyone who's in the field and is dedicating time each week to learn something new, whether it's a tool, technique, or a case study. A few future goals and advice that I have for others willing to get into the field of cybersecurity is one, advancing skills in AI and machine learning. AI isn't just the future, it's here. I'm particularly interested in using AI for predictive analytics and cybersecurity. Imagine a system that can only detect a phishing attempt, but can also predict the likelihood of similar attacks based on historical data. I plan to pursue certifications and projects in AI integration to explore this further. Number two, exploring threat intelligence. Understanding the mindset of attackers is as critical as building defensives. Threat intelligence involves studying attack patterns, motivations, and techniques to predict future threats. One of my goals is to work with threat intelligence platforms and aggregate global data to provide actionable advice and insights for organizations. Lastly, beyond my technical growth, I want to continue mentoring students through programs like NALA and speaking at events like CyberCon and SECON. Representing matters in STEM fields, cybersecurity, where diversity of thought is crucial for solving complex problems. Some advice I have for aspiring cybersecurity professionals is build a strong foundation, master networking, operating systems, and basic scripting. These are the building blocks to every cybersecurity role. Two, gain hands-on experience, whether it's through Capture the Flag, CTFs, competitions, labs, internships. Practical experience is invaluable. It helps to bridge the gap between theory and practice. Platforms like Try Hack Me and Hack the Box are great places to start. Number three, understand the bigger picture. Cybersecurity isn't just technical, it's strategic. Learn about compliance frameworks like NIST, ISO 27001, and GDPR to understand how technical solutions fit into organizational policies. And lastly, stay curious. This field rewards those who love to learn. Follow cybersecurity blogs, listen to podcasts, and participate in webinars to stay updated on trends. Cybersecurity is more than just protecting data. It's about protecting people. Behind every breach database are real lives impacted, whether it's stolen medical records, financial fraud, or compromised personal information. This field is not just about representing to threats, but also proactively building a safer digital world. Here's what I hope that you take away. One, this field is accessible. You don't need all the answers to start. What matters most is curiosity and your willingness to learn. Two, your impact matters. Whether you're a student exploring cybersecurity or a professional looking to switch careers, your contributions can make a tangible difference. And number three, community is everything. Cybersecurity thrives on collaboration, whether it's through local meetups, mentorship programs, or online forums. Building connections will help you grow. Here's how you can get started today. If today's talk has sparked your interest, here's a simple roadmap. One, start with free resources like Cybrary or the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security, CISA website. Number two, build a lab environment with tools like VirtualBox or VMware to test penetration testing on tools like Kali Linux. And number three, join a community, whether it's an online platform like Reddit's or cybersecurity or a local meetup. Thank you for being part of this conversation. I'd love to connect and continue for this discussion. Please feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn or after this talk. Shoot me an email. Let's work together and make this digital world safer. Thank you.